following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
So we'll either try to find homes for them, or we'll get them removed out, or we'll demo them, whatever we need to do. While that plate's spinning, we also want to kind of spin up the economic development piece of that building, because that's been a huge push. And then, as part of this, we had conversations today about the future of the depot, because the depot is now empty.
Right.
I think the depot, at least initially, we believe it'll be event space, where if you're having a speaking engagement or you want to rent it out for a wedding or something to that effect, a baby shower, whatever, we're looking at that. That building had safety problems when the Tourism Bureau was in there.
Right.
And so it's not that the building itself is unsafe, it's just sometimes it draws some people that make people nervous.
Sure.
So we'll work through it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, our guest is Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch, 217-648-5510, the number to call. If you have questions of Mayor Welch or would like to comment on a particular item or issue, we'll take your calls. We'll also take your emails, 4 p.m. 411@WLCNonline.com. We're almost to our first break here, so let's go ahead and take it now. We'll be back in 2 minutes with more from Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container, because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
What does it mean to be rich? Maybe rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about discovering magic. Rich is being able to keep your loved ones close and also send them away. Rich is living life your way and having someone who can help you get there. The key to being rich is knowing what counts.
Contact Edward Jones Financial Advisor Sal Polis, 217-732-4001. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com. And we are back on the 4 p.m. 411 here on WLCN 96.3. You can also stream the show on our Mixler app, as well as watch the live video stream on WLCN's YouTube channel. Once again, our guest this half hour is Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. If you have questions or items you'd like to comment on, 217-648-5510, the number to call, or you can email us 4pm411@WLCNonline.com. We were just talking about your mayor, Coffee with the Mayor events, and you just had a recently concluded one. I believe Senator Turner was there.
Senator Turner and Alderwoman O'Donoghue joined me.
And again, for those who aren't aware, they're just open forums where Mayor Welch and a guest or two will show up, and basically the people have the floor if there are particular items they'd like to ask about, talk about, whatever. Were there any particular topics or themes that emerged here on this most recent event?
It actually kicked off. Representative Howder also showed up, and so he was fielding some questions as well. There were some questions about illegal immigration and ICE and a lot of the topics that are in the national news. And at the state level, there was some discussion about gerrymandering and maps and stuff like that.
Right.
We talked about energy and how the cost of energy is going up significantly. And so, yeah, I mean, It was different than we've had in the past because we did have Senator Turner and Representative Howder there.
Right.
So it took our conversation in a broader range. But I thought it was a great conversation with everybody. Hopefully everybody found value in it. We had maybe 10 people or so.
Yeah. All right. And once again, for those unaware, those events are usually about every couple months or so, depending on schedules and whatnot. So you can look for information on an upcoming event soon, I would imagine. Let's see. We were kind of talking about past events. I think that's the significant ones that I had. So why don't we move into sort of current business, I guess. Let's see. The city I saw has set a movie in the park night coming up.
Yeah, we started doing this last year and had a pretty decent turnout. We had some food truck or two come out, and then Dare was there last year cooking hot dogs.
All right.
Officer Verger was doing that for us. So we're going to do it again this year. We're going to do one in September and one in October. I think we confirmed that it's September 26th.
Yes, that is correct.
And October 24th.
Okay.
I believe. So it'll be on a Friday night. I think it's at 7 o'clock. It's when it starts to get dark out. This time we did a poll and we picked 5 movies, put them out there and let people vote on it. And we're gonna watch Jumanji.
Right. I saw
in
that.
September, the original Jumanji.
Okay.
In September. We haven't selected a movie for October yet. It'll be Halloween themed, I'm sure.
Okay. So once again, that's at 7 p.m. on Friday, September 26th. Movie night at the 6th Street Park, which is the site of the former Lincoln Memorial Hospital, or Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, or 8th Street.
Yep.
I knew it was one of those number streets. Folks are invited. Bring chairs, blankets. You can bring foods and beverage, but no alcohol is allowed on the public park grounds.
Yep.
Also, another upcoming event, not one that you're sponsoring or organizing, but folks can get to hear you speak for a little bit, and that's on Thursday. The Illinois Department of Juvenile Justice will be having an open house for the Monarch facility here in Lincoln. So what can you tell us about that event?
This is the Illinois Department of Juvenile Justice, the new facility they started working on. It's probably been 24 months ago. They've been great partners to work with, and I think it'll be good for the people that are going to be housed there as residents, the families that are impacted. It also is creating a lot of jobs for our community. So we've really taken into consideration what the facility is, the safety components, and I think they've done a remarkable job with it. So if you want to come out Thursday, if you're interested in seeing what the facility is or what it's about or learning more, they're going to do a grand opening at 11 o'clock on Thursday. And then following the grand opening, they're going to give tours of the facility. So my understanding is staff that is going to be employed there graduated this past week, and they're ready to hit the ground running. So, yeah, it'll be operational very soon. Right.
Very nice. So a shot in the arm for Lincoln there. And while we're kind of out in the neighborhood there, that, of course, is the grounds of the former Lincoln Developmental Center. In addition to the Monarch facility, there's all the extra ground there, which you've put together a task force or a committee to look at use for that ground.
Yep.
How are things going with that particular entity?
We've had a few meetings with the task force. I had a meeting with the governor's office, Andrea Runge and I did, and we had some outstanding questions for them that we're looking for answers for. Also had a meeting last week with a consultant who is actually involved in the Jacksonville process. And the reason why we're talking to consultants is because there's no set of directions on how we're supposed to move forward.
Right.
It's a lot of, well, we've got a question, let me try to get you an answer. This gentleman that I've spoke with, he's already been through that. And he has all the contacts. And I believe he'll help us move forward at a faster pace without hitting a bunch of pitfalls. Don't know what that contract's going to look like with him Some of the questions is, will they provide some of the funding they've already set aside to help us pay for those consultants?
They being the state of Illinois.
State of Illinois, yeah.
Okay.
So the governor put $300 million in the budget for this piece, and we would prefer if we have to bring the consultants in to help us, we would prefer that we get some of that money up front.
Sure.
That way we don't have to take it out of general fund, because that was an unbudgeted item that we weren't aware of. So,
Right.
yeah.
Unfunded mandates. Gotta love them.
Yeah. But important. We got to move forward. So,
Absolutely. And I know we talked on a previous program here that you have a committee put together that is looking at potential future uses of, what the ground will be used for. Has there been any movement or decisions as far as, hey, let's these are the options we want to consider, or will there be public input, or are you far enough along to look at those types of things yet?
yeah, the public's actually been writing emails, and I've got messages and stuff about that, and a lot of great ideas. Some of them not so great, but that's what brainstorming is about. Is
Sure.
you put it out there and then you start working on it. We know for a fact that housing needs to be an important part of that for our community, but we believe that site can be a multi-purpose site. So we believe housing, some commercial businesses. We talked about, latest one was a truck driving school, warehousing, distribution, things like that. So first and foremost, we got to get the site ready to attract those, but that's where our partnership with the state comes in, to attract those businesses that want to come down there. There's also some logistical things with that property where there's still things taking place out there, and we believe that they're kind of spread out. We think it can be consolidated to make the ground more attractive to a prospect. So we're just working through the process.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, our guest is Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. He'll be here for roughly 10 more minutes. So if you have questions or comments, 217-648-5510, the number to call. You can also email those questions or comments, 4pm411 at WLCNonline.com. We are at 20 after the hour, so we'll go ahead and take our second break, and we'll be back with more with Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch right after this.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Raider fans, you all know there's a home field advantage when it comes to sports. The same applies when purchasing a car or truck or having your vehicle serviced. You'll have the home field advantage when shopping at Grau Incorporated in Lincoln. The trained sales staff at Grau Chevy Buick will provide you with a no-pressure sales process. They'll put you at ease all the way through the delivery. When it comes time for service, the trained professionals will care for your vehicle like it's their own. Call or stop by the dealership on North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln or online at grauinc.com.
It's Grau right now.
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. And we are back on the 4 p.m. 411 here on WLCN 96.3 FM. Once again, we've got about 7 minutes or so with Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch, 217-648-5510, the number to call if you have questions, or you can email those questions, 4 p.m. 411 at WLCNonline.com. since we're kind of out in the LDC neighborhood, why don't we move a few blocks north there, and that would take us to 5th Street and the ongoing construction there, where we know there's been movement recently, but it's sort of a not necessarily hurry up and wait, but might be a movement and then wait, and movement and then wait. So where are we at with 5th Street project?
We're waiting. Now, in all seriousness, the city has done our part, and all of our paperwork has been properly filed. We are just now waiting for a final approval from the railroad, because the railroad runs through 5th Street Road, and there's some things that we needed their blessing on. We're waiting for that. We're hoping it comes through soon. We're shooting for spring of 26 for this to get on the letting schedule, and we'll just keep crossing our fingers and pushing, and because we're continually asking, hey, any update? So yeah.
All right, so that takes us to our it was a sort of a standard fare for a while, and then it sort of went away, and now it's kind of back. Taco Bell, looks like there's movement on that project.
Yep.
I believe it was during the balloon weekend Balloons weekend, they had a booth set out at the vendor fair set up out there, and we're talking to folks, and I think that maybe they've done some interviews. No specifics on an opening date or anything that you're aware of at this point?
No, but when I was talking with some people at the city, I think that they're shooting for sometime in November.
Wow.
So, and they're moving pretty fast already.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of us that are very excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I can definitely support that.
Yep.
Let's see. Meanwhile, across the street was going to be the site of a new Burger King, and then that sort of got derailed. Any movement, news, anything on that you're aware of?
No, we've given up on Whoppers.
Given up on that? So
yeah, for now.
I guess we'll have twice as many tacos then. And then the third part of the trifecta that we were asking about there a long time, the Lincoln College property. Is there hope for anything happening with that?
Well, there's always hope. I don't have any information that can be shared other than, we did some weed cleanup and stuff like that around the property. Whatever they've got going on over there, we want to make sure that, at least the city's putting its best foot forward. So we're still praying that they get somebody that'll buy it and do something great for our community there.
And I'll just sort of throw an open pitch at you. Any other new businesses, openings, anything coming to town that you're aware of that maybe hasn't been on the radar so far that we haven't talked about? So, all right, then. That means you get to, if you want to practice your speech for the Monarch Center, we've got about 4 minutes left. So, so how does that work as far as the, let's say there is a business interested in coming to town. Obviously, they are going to look for a suitable location for whatever, if it's a restaurant or a storefront or whatever it might be. Is there anything that the city does as far as like getting the name of Lincoln out there to I don't know, business associations or different trade groups that maybe, hey, here's Lincoln, we're centrally located among all these highways. Are we getting the name of Lincoln out there in any shape or form that way?
I would say that our relationships with multiple people is how we've been tackling that. Like, for instance, Andrea with Loyd. She is always selling and promoting Lincoln. And that's why we this year put money in our budget to fund that operation, because it does benefit us. But to your point, there is no one single place that you can go if you want to start a business in Lincoln and get all the right answers. So that's one of the things that we're hoping to accomplish with this new economic development building that we're putting together. If we get the right people in, they can walk through the front door, talk to somebody like Andrea, and then start, getting what they need from that point. I've heard stories of businesses that they got sent to go to the courthouse and they were told they needed this when they didn't need that. There's also people that don't reach out to the city at all and tell us they're coming.
Right.
Sometimes we don't learn until there's a ribbon cut. But in the same breath, we also sometimes are not told when businesses are closing and leaving either.
True.
So we're trying to improve and get better at that. It benefits all of us when we do.
Right. And you'd mentioned on a previous program the renovation of the city website. Perhaps that might be there might be a starting a business. Here's ABC what to do. Inclusion in there.
Yep.
We did get a question from an audience member, and I'll just read it verbatim here. The mayor looks very fit. Can he explain some of his workouts for us?
Well, I guess I would just say there's no magic or trick to it.
Okay.
It just happened. I mean, stress will sometimes do that to you.
I unfortunately I can relate to that. So so I guess that takes us to the bottom of the hour. So hopefully your stress lessens, but
it's getting better.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. So once again, our guest has been Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch, and he is with us the first Tuesday of the month, unless he is gracious enough to accommodate a different guest that maybe has a schedule issue or something. So once again, thank you for joining us. And we will see you again, I guess, probably in about 4 weeks. So, all right, on behalf of Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch, I'm Loyd Kirby. Thanks for listening and watching to the 4 p.m. 411. We'll be back next week at 4 o'clock. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.